What is up, Nerdgenic Nation, and welcome to the Mandalorian live stream watch party. I am your host and resident superhero nerd, Aaron Waller. Bada bing, there it is. Welcome to the stream. It's been a hectic week. I've been basically working like nonstop on day job stuff, on video stuff. The other day we had the Secret Invasion trailer, and then like 5 minutes later, well, maybe not 5 minutes, it was like the next day, was the Blue Beetle trailer, and things have just been going absolutely insane. I've had like no time to do anything whatsoever, but we have this next hour or so to sit down together. We're going to chill. We're going to take a breather. We're going to watch The Mandalorian, whether it's good or bad. I'm hoping for good. Haven't heard the best things about it, but I'm going to try and keep an open mind considering it's the Bryce Dallas Howard episode. And I just want to enjoy it. I'm not going to try and have a stick up my butt this week about what's going to be happening on the episode. I'm just going to try and enjoy it for what it is. And hopefully maybe with that mindset, I'll enjoy it just that bit more. And I'll probably end up giving it a higher grade than yourself, but it'll still be fun nonetheless. Let's go ahead and move over to the chat and say what's up to who's here. Let me go ahead and get my soundboard ready. First of all, we've got the Rambling Nerd. Good evening.
Hello there.
How are you, sir? Welcome. Hello there, indeed. And then we've got the man, the myth, the legend, everybody says that. The head of Nerdgenic. We've got Russ, the CEO.
Hello there.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I hope it's a good episode, too.
This is the why.
This is the why. I forgot I had that button until 2 seconds ago. What else did I have? That's what we're going to hope for the episode, and we're not going to hope it's one of those. So hopefully it's going to be a big success and not a dud. I've kind of heard the contrary that it's probably going to be a dud, but you know what? Again, we're living life by the seat of our pants over here at Nerdgenic. Well, at least I am. I don't know about the rest of the team, but I certainly am. So I'm excited for this episode. I really don't have much to say. I normally have, some predictions, but I kind of feel like I have no idea where this season is going in terms of like an overall arc or overall story. So I'm just going to enjoy it, right? There's really no point in speculating at this point. We're in episode 6 of 8. If there's no main storyline by now, it's kind of been jumping around, hasn't really given us that through line. Now is the time to do it, because otherwise we're just sitting around doing nothing. But we're going to enjoy doing it. We're talking Star Wars. I am not an expert by any means, but it's still fun to have all these things to talk about. Like, I didn't notice the Rebel guy was in the one previous episode, but I've noticed other things, right? I knew that Ahmad Best was in that one episode, and he played Jar Jar Binks. So I know some things, but I don't know everything. If it's usually revolves around Clone Wars, and especially Rebels, I most likely won't know it. But if you are here with me in the chat, and also make sure you hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification if you are here with me live, or if you're watching on replay, we always appreciate those as well. But go ahead and shout it out. Say, hey, that's this person, or it's alluding to this storyline. Okay, great, because some of those things I just don't know. And I know Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are pulling heavily from Clone Wars and Rebels, so I'm pretty much at a loss, but I'm still going to enjoy the episodes for what they are. Zeb from Rebels being a pilot in the last episode. Yeah, there you go. Was sweet. Yep. Like, that totally went over my head, and I didn't even notice it until after the episode, and I'm scrolling through online, and you see all the spoiler talk that I try and avoid all day long up until this live stream. And then you're like, oh, I wish I would have said something. But then I try and watch Rebels, and for some reason I fall asleep. I'm editing or doing something else. I'm not paying attention, and then I fall asleep and then just don't get around to it. But one of these days I will definitely do it. It needs to be done, especially with all these Star Wars things related to it upcoming and happening right now. So I think with that, we're just going to go ahead and jump into the episode. But before we do, we have to give the breakdown, of course, how it works. So, in case you are new to the stream, or if you're a veteran, you already know this spiel, and you can go get yourself a drink or a snack or whatever and prepare for the episode. Make yourself some popcorn or something. The way that it works is that I'm going to press 3, 2. I'm going to press. My brain is just not in it. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. There's going to be an episode time code right up above my noodle here. It's going to be a count up, not a count down, because it's trying to track as closely into where we are in the episode as possible. So as long as you try and stay as close as possible with your player, TV, Apple TV, smartphone. Well, you're probably watching this on your phone if you're watching this Mandalorian on your TV. Whatever version you may be watching it on. When I press play, you press play. That way, when I laugh, you laugh. When I cry, you cry. And you can point out all the things that I'm wrong about. I can have that one little factoid, one little nugget every single episode. Maybe not nugget, but one thing that I can just chime in on. Because I love to chime in on things that I don't know about, right? But it'll be good. Too much work, Aaron, I feel you. Yeah. Tell me about it, my friend. Burning the candle at both ends takes a toll sometimes. But we do it because we love it, right? Or at least one of the things we love. The other things usually just provides for the bills. But I'm looking forward to the episode. Watching Vanderpump Rules. Oh, sorry. I didn't give you the intro. So sorry. 1 second. Hang on. Nerd affiliated. I totally missed you coming in. That's still the wrong button. Where's my button?
Hello there.
Hello there. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. You get an extra. Just because. I don't know why. Because I messed up saying hello to you. Watching Vanderpump Rules with the lady, but you're here. Well, I appreciate you coming and sticking by at least for a minute or two. I've done enough talking. I've done enough rambling, if you will. Rambling Nerd, he's the expert on that. I'm not supposed to be, but I'm tired and it's been a long week. So without further ado, let's shut up, Aaron, about stuff. And let's go ahead and watch the episode. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my player here. On this side, you go ahead and press or pull up your player on your side, wherever that may be. And we're going to press play here in everybody fingers on buttons. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. All right, we are playing. And by the way, we do play all the intros, the outros, the credits, all that stuff, primarily to make sure that we are as correct to the timer as possible, and go from there. Gotta turn up the volume. Doing our previously on. Again, I commentate throughout the episode, so lower my volume if you want to actually listen to the episode. Well, we're recapping the Darksaber, so that means that it's going to come back in some way, shape, or form, hopefully, as well as Moff Gideon. So it's about time. Haven't trademarked it yet. It's yours, man. Nobody's going to take it from you. Wow, they are heavily emphasizing the Darksaber in this previously on. I forgot about that creature. Well, that's coming back. I forgot about this whole thing with Bo-Katan. Do you say Bo-Katan or Bo-Katan? I will Ed at the recap. When you see it all mashed up like that, it kind of makes it seem all the more ridiculous. Like, this is why there wasn't a recap for, like, Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. You just kind of had to go in and keep watching it. Whereas this, it makes it all seem just a little bit dumber than it probably should be. I don't know if that's the fault of the people behind Star Wars, too many cooks in the kitchen, which I'm sure that Kathleen Kennedy's part of, or whatever the case may be. Whatever your reason for why it's bad, that might be it. I don't know. I don't know why that doesn't really look like a Star Wars ship to me. Looks like it's from something else. Why does this give me like Star Trek vibes? I don't know if it's like the creatures or like the way things are set up. The sort of ship deck that they're on. Deck? Captain's room? Whatever. Not captain's room. It's got to be the deck, right? I don't know ship terms. It's even set up like Star Trek, like the Enterprise. The way that like the captain's chair in the middle, the people in their little comm sections all the way around. The bridge, that's a good one. There we go. You know what? You get a special. You get an air horn, rambling nerd. The bridge works for me. Very much Star Trek. I'm glad you agree. That's what I thought she said was basic was her tongue. Is Bo-Katan going to show up and then be like, hey, you guys should come and hang out with the other Mandos? Viceroy. Love they install the captain's chair on the imp ship. Didn't know English was basic. Neither did I. That was pretty interesting. Mercedes is back. This is like another random story that they're bringing in. Oh, so clever. How dare. Oh, it's because they did that. That's what I thought, that the Mando looked like Finn. I actually thought it was him for a minute. I was like, did they just have a ringtone? Signing with Bo, laying groundwork for his dad. Yeah, seems like he's siding with Bo for this episode. He's just being a rebellious kid. Doesn't want to side with his dad. Watched it at 4:30 a.m. It was only up for like an hour at that point. Thought someone's alarm went off at work. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like a ringtone. The heck? It's black C-3PO and R2. I was at work. We had a call, and then I was just. Listen to her talk about playing. No, and how she carries herself. Oh, Bo. And does not move much based on her animated style. Yeah, that's a good point. I never really noticed that. Whoops. Sorry for if there was a big bump in the mic there. So it's like a utopia or like a cult. Why is Jack Black in this? And Lizzo. Why are Jack Black and Lizzo here? Never thought I would see Jack Black in this. Maybe voice something, okay, but. I love Jack Black. I don't care what he's in. You guys clearly aren't happy about it. Oh, but when you have food, he will. This doesn't feel anything like Star Wars. Just do Operation Paperclip with the SWU. Stop forcing this down my throat. I don't mind that he's in it, just, I don't know, you have to watch. Oh boy. Oh, please tell me they're the battle droids from the prequels. Is there going to be a Roger Roger in this episode? That's a little weird. Too much politic to law blend from it. That's basically kind of what they're doing. Oh my god, and Christopher Lloyd's in it too. I didn't see any of this coming. Emmett. Dr. Emmett Brown. A Roger Roger. Oh boy, he has knives. Surprised by all the cameos plus the returning Mandos. I had heard about some cameos, but this one I did not know of. If we shut down the droids, you're going to see some serious shit. That would have been great if you said that. Ugnaughts. If the citizens aren't required to work, then he and those other operators chose the job to keep showing up. Apparently, I guess there has to be an overseer, seers to some of this to make sure the system still works. I feel like I'm watching Star Wars Wally. That's kind of what's going on. Hey, these are the guys that was from the first season, or the. I have spoken. I have spoken. Yeah. Quill. He knows how to talk to him. I'm kind of glad that they brought this species full circle and also his way of speaking to them. No, that sounds weird. The half-spoken guy got my attention. Yeah, me too. It's a diagnostic. It's kind of like you have to like say goodbye, or like the weird thing you have to say to over. So they're not. Not yet. Oh, well, they all do. Roger, Roger. Yes. Oh, someone's gonna go rogue. Whoa. I'm surprised they all didn't go rogue. I kind of feel like this is a video game, but it's also kind of fun. I don't know why. It's funny because they were on desert planets almost like every episode for 2 seasons. I'd say close to 2.5. And now this season they've been on 2 or 3 planets with like their neon cities. Nice change of pace, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna cut him off. Poor shooting bow, yeah, quite a bit. Oh, use the double blasters. This feels like something I've seen before. I just can't put my eye on it, my finger on it, whatever. Is it just like because it's like a Blade Runner style? I don't know. Something very familiar about this. Guess the mouse opened the purse up wider this year. Seems so. A droid bar. In like a oil shop? That was a little too easy. Maybe Blade Runner. Steve mentioned it earlier. Oh. Yeah, it definitely gives me Blade Runner vibes. Just cleaner. It's literally an oil bar. Mando blends a little bit better than Bo, but what can you do? I think it's funny that the droids have a place to go and relax. Wild. Tron Legacy. Oh, that's a good point. Tron Legacy is a good pull. Okay. Ruh-roh. Turned off. So, best guess prediction: Jack Black's behind it, or Jack Black and his people at the top. Didn't need this intergalactic good cop, bad cop routine. Definitely did a Blade Runner rip. So there was like a code in the oil. Is that what you're getting at? iRobot. That's what it is. Thank you. I love that movie. I can't believe I forgot about iRobot. Surprised this wasn't another cameo, unless somebody can tell me who this person is. Pretty good. Guess there's no Wi-Fi. Oh, pulled out the Darksaber. I mean, they pretty much foreshadowed it in the previously on. There's a writing on there. It's Mandalorian. Oh. The sound every time it's used, though. Ooh. Which means it comes from the top. Oh. Not Doc! Not Doc! Didn't he already hit the button? Damn it, Doc. Just do a quick draw, just from the hip. Oh, they're prepping. They're prepping for a quick draw. Mando did the finger thing. He did gave it one of these right above the blaster. Oh. Oh, Bo took the shot. You caught me monologuing. Oh, he flipped the cover open. I thought he hit the button. I was like, what's the point? I feel like that was kind of anticlimactic, was it not? What is this weird bug game thing? Busted. We trusted you, Cecil. I don't know. This feels like Scooby Doo. Even she's annoyed by all the politics. No. Ooh. We don't know what that is. That sounds threatening. And thus, Mandalore has been not entirely sure what that's supposed to do for them. Like, why did they know they were coming to the planet? He's an old man, he's leaking about one day. They randomly came and the king and queen had a plan. I don't know, man. Oh my god. He's gonna have like the highest accolades of every planet just for being cute. Add that to your resume. Talking about. Oh, what did I say? Oh, he's talking about one day. They're gonna follow you. Because you have the dark saber. Hey, what's up, guys? They knighted him. I was ready to flip over the table. Flip the table over. Sorry, misread that. And they're playing catch. Why is it again the final 10 minutes we're getting to this point? Gotta do it sometime. Couldn't he use the first 35 minutes? Everybody keep the episode going. I'm going to be right back. What's wrong, buddy? Hold on, bud. Sorry.
What's the matter?
Sorry about that. It sounded pretty awesome. Well, he's giving it up. I mean, we kind of maybe thought that was going to be the case. Oh, she's getting the chills. Well, there you go. Whoa. I feel like that was like one of those semantic things that only the nerds were, Star Wars extreme nerds who were like, well, technically, she is now the Darksaber's owner because she beat him in battle. I mean, did she really have to turn it on? Pretty sure you and Steve discussed this, or Sal, or myself and Steve. This is our damn plan. Well, that... I have mixed feelings, to be honest with you. I missed the best part, or at least the best fight, but I'll go back and watch it at some point. I like how they tried to replace that C-3PO head with a bug thing. 5 out of 10. Commendable. I see where you're coming from there. Jack Black in Star Wars. And Lizzo. And Christopher Lloyd. Who would have thought that these people... I mean... Not to say it's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, clearly it happened. But, like... Who would have thought? Not me. I'm awake from my nap. Is it over? It is indeed over. The season has been a snooze fest. I agree. 5 out of 10 also. Okay. Commendable to all of you. I see where you're coming from. I see it. I see you. I hear you. Da, 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 da. Just letting the art play. Thanks for popping in your grades, guys. I appreciate it. We'll get to the my grade breakdown here in just a few minutes. All right. Clearly, there's nothing happening. They're pushing Andor on me, which I still haven't watched. All right, we're done here. We're done here. Wrap it up. Okay, so we're going to turn off the episode time code. Whoops, hit the wrong button too many times. Turn off that timer. We'll get rid of the episode time code, and we're going to bring up the episode 6 grade. I mean, I feel like there's genuinely no reason to sift through weighing this and that. I see your guys' grades. I hear your guys' grades of 5s out of 10s. And I'm going to stand with your guys' grades. I was on the border thinking about 6 because there were aspects that I genuinely liked. I liked the whole thing with the, I forgot it starts with a U, but the species with the, does the mechanics of like the droids on this planet. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was very cheesy, but them going to that droid bar and then like the one that they were like chased through the city streets or whatever, and then like knocked out, and then having like little micro droid things. It was lame, but I kind of liked it. I feel like the worst parts were the story was very rushed in terms of what they were trying to tell. Like they were trying to tell a very grand, almost like a thriller mystery, iRobot, like you guys were saying, Blade Runner-esque story that typically takes 2 to 2.5, sometimes close to 3 or more hours with like I think that's the like director's cut of Blade Runner. And they cut it down to like 45 minutes. And it just wasn't enough time, especially packed in with all these other things that they were trying to accomplish and do all the Star Wars stuff. It was just way too much for such a short amount of time. And then you add in those wild cameos that make it feel less like Star Wars. Because although Star Wars does have plenty of cameos from famous people, don't get me wrong. But the way that it played out felt more like Spaceballs than it felt like Star Wars. Like it was parodying itself. If you're going to have Lizzo, if you're going to have Jack Black, if you're going to have Christopher Lloyd, none of that says Star Wars at all. Wasn't Lizzo in Moon Knight or something too? Like she's just in Disney's pocket for just popping up and cameoing and things. Wild. I don't know. Like with Bad Batch, it needed way less filler, and like with the movies, the season overall needed a tighter edit. I agree. Aaron, I enjoyed the show if I shut my brain off and whatnot, but it's season 3. We waited 2 years, and technically, we are off the Luke Skywalker appearance, so much potential left on the floor. I don't think I could have said it better myself, to be honest with you. There's just way too much. There's no story happening here. I mean, if you want to argue that there's a story, it's so slow that we're not seeing a grander picture. And in today's age, Megan Thee Stallion was in She-Hulk. Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of. I know we all look the same. That is not what I meant. I thought it was Lizzo and Moon Knight. My bad. I knew there was a singer cameo in something. I just couldn't remember what it was. But making me look bad out here, man. I'm gonna take this for myself. We'll give it to the episode. We'll give it to me for that drop of the ball. But I agree. We definitely need. There's some bigger picture. I think that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are trying to get to. I don't know if it's just people interfering, if they're just taking their sweet time getting to it, if they know that they've got Disney and Star Wars wrapped around their finger at this point, that it's just you can't get away from it. I don't know what it is, but it's just not getting to the point where we should be seasoned at this, right? Like, I know this is a terrible example probably, but take a show like Breaking Bad. That show was like 5 seasons, and it was, even if it had like a filler quote unquote episode, it did like pretty fast-paced storytelling in a fairly short amount of time. Like, it moved fairly quickly. A lot of stuff happened. I feel like if this show kind of took on more a little bit of that run and gun type of approach, even though it's maybe not the best analogies, but run and blast doesn't matter. Maybe it would be better. I don't know. Maybe it's too many cooks in the kitchen. Maybe it's just Kathleen Kennedy's next on the firing, hopefully, of Disney, Star Wars, Disney, Marvel cuts that have been going on. But I don't know. It's just not exciting. And sorry, that was bothering me. It's not exciting. And even when it is exciting, it's such a flash in the pan that it's almost like, well, I mean, they had that one moment, and then they try and make you think, okay, was that one moment enough to sort of trigger being good? And it kind of feels like the case is being made for more and more to be no. It's not being worth it in whatever way you want to shape it. I don't know, man. It's rough out here for I mean, I'm probably closer. Would you consider me a casual fan? I'm kind of on that cusp of like fan and casual fan, like diehard fan versus casual fan, because I haven't seen everything or know everything about Star Wars. So I kind of can see the argument for trying to get people into Star Wars still for whatever reason. I mean, I feel like if you're going to start with Star Wars, you're not going to do it with this stuff. But at the same time, you really got your bread and butter, and people who are coming back are the people that are complaining the most, which is the fans, right? It's not like you're rebooting something. This is still within the continuity of everything that's going on with Star Wars. So you got to kind of cater more towards the fans than you can the more casuals, I suppose, which I guess they try and do with certain cameos and things like that, but they're still very heavily into that casual world of people who maybe watch this week by week and talk about it at the water cooler with the people, with their friends or whatever the case may be. It's just not working. Steve, you look like $1 million musician. Not sure what that means. But yeah, like, had a lot of high hopes for the episode. It had a lot of stuff that I personally love. Like I said, sort of that robot chase. I love seeing the Roger droid. It had a lot of good stuff that I love, and it still kind of let me down. Jack Black. I love Jack Black. So many movies that I love Jack Black in. I was literally about to turn on Nacho Libre the other day just for kicks, just for, just cuz. Because I enjoy Jack Black movies. And I want to also see the Mario movie where he's Bowser. But that's a different argument. He said we all look the same. Maybe he is $1 million musician. What are you doing, man? Maybe he's not gaslighting. What's the term for like when you do not midnighting? There's a phrase for that. My brain isn't working, guys. I'm fried up here. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore to you about Star Wars. I might take the Rambling Nerd title, at least for tonight. I'm going to take it just for tonight, just because I'm talking out of my butt at this point. But overall, the episode was a big fat one of those. I would say overall, it's been an L. The season as a whole has kind of been an L. They got a lot to fix, man. And we've got 2 episodes left to go in the season. And forever to go. Go to bed, Aaron. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn off all of these little thingies up here. And I'm going to thank you all for tuning in and joining me for another episode of The Mandalorian. It may not have been a great episode, but we had a great time talking about it. And that's what counts. So hopefully you'll be here to join with me next week when we do episode number 7 of season 3, which is chapter 23. Is that the file for bankruptcy? Is that file for bankruptcy? I don't know anything. See, I need to go to bed. So with that, thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure you check out our latest videos, Secret Invasion video, Blue Beetle trailer video, all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell notification. Hit all the buttons down there that light up. Unless it's the dislike. Don't hit that one. Thumbs down. Don't hit that one. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video. We'll see you in the next stream. We will see you in the next everything. What did I score? I gave it a 5 out of 10. I agreed with you guys. Had fun with the episode. Wish the best episode was better. I can't talk. Yeah, we're all at a 5 out of 10. But thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. And we hope to see you in the next video. Peace.